Should you trade penny stocks as a beginning investor? You're probably going to be surprised by my answer. Stick around, this is going to be a good one. See you in a sec. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad, and this channel is specifically dedicated to over-the-counter penny stocks. I love over-the-counter penny stocks. If you're not familiar with what they are, they're stocks that are not traditionally traded on the New York Stock Exchange. It's a very volatile environment. I live and thrive off of that volatility. I love it so much. I love all the investigations that have to go into just determining a valuable position to get in on. Ultimately, if you don't know what you're doing, then penny stocks and over-the-counter penny stocks in general will burn you. I love the fact that people say don't trade penny stocks as a beginning investor. It cracks me up. First of all, my initial answer is going to be it depends. It depends, guys. So you need to educate yourself. That is the key, okay? I'm not going to tell anybody that they should be trading penny stocks as a beginning investor. Guess what? I'm not going to tell anybody they should be trading anything as a beginning investor. It doesn't matter what sector or what niche within the market that you look at. If you're not educated enough, you will get burned, period. If penny stocks is what clicks for you right at the start, then penny stocks should be what you go with. I started out in penny stocks. I never left. I've been here from day one. This is what I found a lot of success in. Could I have found success in other things? Yeah, I explored those areas. I explored options. I couldn't get my head wrapped around it. Shorting was something that I kind of really wanted to get more involved in, but I didn't really just have the time. I was so consumed by, how successful I was in trading penny stocks and how much I loved it that I just never left. And so it clicked for me, and maybe it'll click for you, but if it doesn't, that's okay. You don't have to trade pennies just because I'm an influencer and just because I trade pennies and find a lot of success in it. It doesn't mean that you will. There's other areas of the market that maybe it just clicks for you, and that's where you should go to. But ultimately, educate yourself. That is a huge thing. If you went to the doctor, would you go to a doctor or even trust a doctor that wasn't educated enough in his specialized field? No. Would you allow a mechanic to work on your car that had never worked on cars before? No. So why would you go and trade with your hard-earned dollars without educating yourself first on what you found, what you could potentially find success in? So that leads me to my next point. Don't trade a thing until you've explored areas that you might find interesting and might make sense to you, but ultimately trade with paper money. Don't trade with your hard-earned cash before at least testing the waters to see what works. That's the whole beauty of paper trading. And if you haven't paper traded before, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's basically money that you're trading with. It's just fake money. Basically simulated trading, money trading that you don't have to put your own skin in the game with. And at least gives you an opportunity to say, okay, this is, not working for me. If I'm not winning with fake money, how am I going to win with real money? So maybe this isn't the niche that works for me. So then I'll maybe go try something else and then see if that works for you there. That is educating yourself. That is making informed decisions on what niche within the market works for you. And that's why We Trade HQ is the best place for you, because the community that I've built, that I've co-founded with my partner Jake, just a simple little plug here, is designed for people like you who can't figure out what it is that they want to trade in yet. We have so many other mentors and so many other people within our community that are trading in all areas of the market, so that you can go within We Trade HQ and find what works for you. So if you're interested in that, the links are down in the description, and here I go with the rest of my video. Look, ultimately the decision has to be up to you. Just because there might be a lot of people making tons of money in penny stocks doesn't necessarily mean it works for you. Understand your risk tolerance as well. If you have a ton of cash to start off with, understand that you shouldn't be throwing all of that cash at one stock. Doesn't matter if you're trading penny stocks, it doesn't matter if you're trading big board stocks, there's volatility everywhere. Even ETFs, options, you name it, everything in the market is designed for you to lose. Educate yourself in whatever area that makes sense to you. There is no safe place to trade. There's no safe place to trade. People that tell you that there are just are ignorant, and they don't understand how the rest of the trading world works. Just because you're successful in one area doesn't mean that's the only place to be successful in. And it doesn't matter if you've just started out trading or you have no idea what you're doing. You have to experience those pitfalls or those losses what have you, to really determine what's going to work for you. You know, it blows my mind that people really think that there's areas in the market that are going to be better for you just because you're just starting out. It's completely false. And again, here I am, a penny stock trader, telling you that if you can't trade penny stocks, you don't have to trade them. You know, I don't want people, I want people to succeed. I don't want them to feel like they're obligated to stick to this niche within the market just because it's working for me and they automatically assume it's gonna work for them. That's not how this works. Look, the bottom line at the end of the day is that you gotta find out what works for you and where your comfort levels are. If penny stocks aren't for you, that's okay. I am a penny stock trader. This is my penny stock channel. If you don't follow me ever again and you can't stand pennies, at least take this advice that you don't have to do something because somebody tells you you have to do it this way. Find what works for you. If options is what's going to work for you, then go follow options. Dive into that, explore it, and see if that's really kind of where you're going to find success. But what I'm going to tell you here is that education and educating yourself is going to be the biggest factor when it comes to understanding and finding your best success within the stock market. And trust me, there will be other people within this YouTube space, within other areas of the market, online, maybe even your friends and family, that are going to tell you, don't do this, do this. But ultimately, educate yourself, look at all different perspectives, and then come up with your own decision. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't listen to people who, just because somebody's made millions of dollars in one area of the market doesn't mean that you're going to. You know, because that person understands the way that things work over in that area doesn't mean that you're going to. You got to make sure that something makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you, especially after doing this for a certain period of time, you know, then maybe it'll be time to move on. But also understand and embrace the small beginnings. The small beginnings and embracing of the struggles and the losses and all of that stuff is going to be what leads you to bigger endings. And so what I mean by that is there's a statistic out there that's floating around that says 90% of people fail in the stock market and they never return. Part of that's true, but the reason that's true is because they give up too easily. They don't stay the course. The percentage of people who succeed because they don't give up after 90 days goes up substantially. So people are in the market and they're there for maybe a month, 2 weeks, and then they get out because they lost all their money because they didn't educate themselves. They went in there all willy-nilly, didn't think that they were, you know, thought that they could really, you know, make some money without really formally educating themselves, and they lost, and so they gave up. And even when you start to educate yourself, that experience, the experiences that you go through, those losses, and really just kind of like the trials that you go through when trading, it's just like anything else. You're going to have tough times, you're going to struggle, but coming out of that struggle is really ultimately what's going to bring on your success. So don't give up. That is one of the biggest keys. And understand what's going to make sense to you. So I know that I went on a little bit of a ramble here, but ultimately, guys, should you trade penny stocks as a beginning trader? The answer is you gotta, if it makes sense to you, then yes. If it doesn't, then it's time to move on. Ultimately, ask yourself how many other channels that are out there that trade in specific niches within the market that are telling you that you don't have to trade in their niche if it's not working for you, okay? So for that, I would certainly appreciate the thumbs up as far as that's concerned. Moving on, I just wanted to extend again another invitation to our WeTrade HQ platform. We have 4,000 members from around the globe learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. It is completely awesome and not just dedicated to penny stocks. If you're trading options, Forex, ETFs, whatever, futures, even cryptocurrencies, no matter what in the market that you're trading, WeTrade HQ is the place for you. I promise you will love our community. So go ahead and check that out. The links are down in the description below. And subscribe to this channel if you want to see more awesome content like this. I know I promised you guys some little extra stuff as far as entrepreneurial type videos, and those are coming. I got a whole big plan set aside for that. I think you guys will really love that. And that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough for the view and the support that you guys have provided me. It's been a great ride so far, and I can't wait to see where the rest of 2019 takes us. And as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all before the bell, and B Smith is out.